Most people believe that serious illness comes suddenly, like a lightning strike. But the truth is, the body almost always sends warnings first. The problem is, we often ignore them or mistake them for normal aging. That's where the danger begins. Think of Mary, age 74. She dismissed her constant fatigue as just getting old. She thought it was harmless. Weeks later, she collapsed at home, and the doctors discovered advanced heart disease. Her body had been whispering for months, but no one listened. This video is not meant to scare you, but to protect you. Knowing. The signs early can be the difference between life and death. These are not random aches or minor discomforts. They are signals, red flags that something is deeply wrong. The first sign that often gets overlooked is unexplained weight loss. If you drop more than 10 pounds without trying, especially within a short time, your body may be warning you of cancer, severe infection, or even diabetes. Seniors sometimes celebrate the loss of a few pounds, but sudden weight loss can be the body's way of sounding an alarm. Another warning is shortness of breath that appears without reason. John, a 69-year-old retired teacher, thought his breathlessness was because of old lungs. In reality, it was congestive heart failure creeping up. By the time he was rushed to the hospital, his condition was critical. Your body will also warn you through persistent pain, particularly in the chest, abdomen, or back. Pain that keeps coming back or gets worse should never be ignored. Pain is not just discomfort, it's communication. But here's the key. Recognizing a sign is only step one. Acting on it quickly is what saves lives. If something feels off, if it lingers longer than usual, it's not just age. It's a message. The body is not against you. It is always speaking, always signaling, always asking for attention. Ignoring these whispers can turn them into screams. As we move forward, we'll look at these signs in detail. Not just what they are, but how to respond to them, what tests to ask your doctor for, and how to avoid the tragedies that strike too many seniors who didn't know. In the next chapter, we'll begin with one of the most dangerous but most ignored red flags: sudden changes in energy levels. When your body feels drained beyond normal tiredness, it could be warning you of something far more serious than just aging. Fatigue is one of the most common complaints among older adults. But there's a difference between being tired after a long day and feeling drained every single morning, no matter how much you rest. When exhaustion clings to you, it's not just aging. It's often a hidden sign of disease. Take Robert, 71, a former carpenter. He noticed he was falling asleep during the day, even after a full night's rest. He thought maybe his body just couldn't keep up anymore. What he didn't know was that his fatigue was a symptom of anemia caused by internal bleeding. By the time his doctor caught it, Robert was already in danger. Fatigue can come from many places: heart disease, diabetes, thyroid problems, and even undiagnosed cancers often show up first as unusual tiredness. If walking across the room leaves you breathless and weak, or if everyday tasks suddenly feel impossible, your body is speaking to you. Some seniors brush this off, saying, "I'm just slowing down," but that thinking is dangerous. Fatigue, that changes your daily life, is a message that should never be ignored. Doctors can run simple tests, blood work, heart checks, or even sleep studies to uncover the real cause. Another layer of risk is how fatigue increases accidents. Tiredness slows reflexes, clouds judgment, and makes falls more likely. And for seniors, one bad fall can mean a permanent loss of independence. Linda, age 76, learned this the hard way. She ignored her constant fatigue, stumbled in the kitchen, and fractured her hip. Months of recovery could have been avoided if she had sought help earlier. The solution is not only about seeing the doctor, but also tracking patterns. Keep a small notebook by your bed. Write down how often fatigue interrupts your day when it happens and what makes it worse. Patterns reveal clues. With that information, your doctor can act faster and more effectively. Energy loss is not the same as growing old gracefully. It is often your body waving a red flag, warning of deeper trouble ahead. As we continue, remember this: sudden fatigue is rarely harmless. When your body feels unusually heavy, don't brush it off. Investigate it. Protect yourself. In the next chapter, we'll focus on another warning: that too many seniors overlook until it's almost too late. Unexplained weight changes. When pounds drop or pile on without reason, the message is rarely about diet alone. The body speaks through weight. When it shifts suddenly without reason, it's not about vanity, it's about survival. Too often, seniors either dismiss these changes or even welcome them. But both unexpected weight loss and sudden weight gain can be warnings of life-threatening problems. Consider Margaret, age 75. She was delighted when she dropped nearly 15 pounds in just 2 months without changing her eating habits. Friends complimented her. She felt lighter and thought maybe her metabolism had improved, but the truth was far darker. Doctors later discovered she had pancreatic cancer, which often hides behind mystery weight loss. Unexplained weight loss can point to cancers, infections, thyroid disorders, or poorly managed diabetes. It is one of the body's strongest silent alarms. If you lose more than 5 to 10% of your body weight within half a year without trying, take it seriously. But sudden weight gain is just as concerning. When fluid builds up in the body, the scale may rise quickly, especially in the belly, legs, or feet. For Henry, 68, it was tight shoes that gave it away. His ankles swelled, his weight shot up, and within weeks he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. That water retention was his body's warning cry. Many seniors believe they have complete control over their weight, blaming food choices or lack of exercise. But sudden shifts, especially when paired with swelling, weakness, or night sweats, are rarely about lifestyle. They are medical signals. The key is monitoring. Keep an eye on your weight weekly, not out of obsession, but for safety. Write it down in a calendar or phone app. If changes happen quickly, it's not a diet problem. It's time for a medical check. What makes this sign so dangerous is how easily it is dismissed. I'm just losing my appetite. Maybe I ate too much salt. Excuses like these keep seniors from seeing what's really happening. Ignoring it allows diseases to progress quietly, often until it's too late. The good news is that early detection saves lives. Whether it's adjusting medications, treating an infection, or catching cancer before it spreads, doctors can often help if they catch the problem early. So remember, weight is not just a number. It's a message. When the body changes shape without permission, listen. As we move forward, another red flag comes into view: persistent chest or abdominal pain. Many seniors call it indigestion or muscle strain, but in truth, it can signal some of the deadliest conditions known to medicine. Pain is one of the body's oldest warning systems. It demands attention, yet many seniors dismiss recurring pain as just arthritis or something I ate. That dismissal can be fatal when the pain signals a deeper threat. Let's start with chest pain. For 72-year-old Daniel, it began as pressure during walks. He thought it was indigestion and reached for antacids, but the pain kept coming back, sometimes spreading to his jaw and left arm. Within months, he suffered a major heart attack. His body had been warning him all along, but he didn't listen. Chest pain is often linked to heart disease, angina, or even blood clots. Sharp, squeezing, or radiating pain is never normal and should never be explained away. The longer it's ignored, the greater the risk of irreversible damage. Abdominal pain is another silent killer. Seniors may think bloating, cramps, or stomachaches are simply digestive issues. But persistent or severe abdominal pain can point to ulcers, gallstones, liver disease, or even cancer. When 70-year-old Patricia began losing her appetite and feeling constant pain under her ribs, she waited months before visiting her doctor. By then, her liver cancer was advanced. Early testing might have changed her outcome. Then there's back pain. It's one of the most common complaints among older adults, yet it's also one of the most ignored red flags. While muscle strain is common, pain that doesn't improve or worsens over time can signal kidney disease, spinal problems, or even hidden cancers. The danger lies in normalizing pain. Seniors often convince themselves that hurting is just part of aging. That belief delays treatment and allows silent diseases to progress. Pain is not normal. Pain is information. It's your body's way of asking for help. What can you do? Keep a simple record of your pain, where it is, how long it lasts, and what makes it better or worse. Share this with your doctor. A clear description often speeds up diagnosis and treatment. Pain that repeats, lingers, or intensifies is never harmless. Every story of someone who ignored it until it was too late is a reminder. You don't have to suffer quietly. In the next chapter, we'll uncover another sign that hides in plain sight: shortness of breath and sudden changes in breathing. Many seniors wave it off as slowing down, but it can signal deadly heart and lung problems waiting to strike. Breathing is so natural we hardly notice it until something goes wrong. For many seniors, shortness of breath sneaks in quietly. At first, it might just be during stairs or long walks. Later, it shows up during simple tasks like getting dressed or speaking on the phone. What feels like just getting older can actually be a sign that the heart or lungs are in serious danger. Think of George, 70, who loved gardening. One spring he noticed he had to stop and rest more often. He thought he was simply out of shape after winter. Months later, he collapsed while watering his plants. Doctors discovered he had severe heart failure. The breathlessness was his first warning, but he didn't recognize it. Shortness of breath can point to heart disease, lung disease, blood clots, or even anemia. It's especially serious when it comes on suddenly, at night, or without any activity. If lying flat makes breathing harder, it may mean fluid is building up in the lungs, a classic sign of heart failure. Another red flag is wheezing or noisy breathing. Many dismiss it as allergies or a touch of asthma, but it can mean narrowing airways, lung infection, or chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. These conditions progress quietly, but can suddenly turn life-threatening. Even subtle changes matter. If you find yourself avoiding activities you once enjoyed because breathing feels harder, that's not aging. It's your body telling you to pay attention. For seniors, ignoring breathing issues has ripple effects. It reduces energy, increases fall risks, and can lead to dangerous cycles of inactivity. For example, Ellen, 73, stopped her morning walks because of breathlessness. Within a year, she had gained weight, lost muscle, and her overall health declined sharply. What started with just being winded ended up stealing her independence. Practical steps can make a difference. Keep a simple diary of your breathing, when it feels harder, how long it lasts, and what triggers it. If you notice patterns, bring that record to your doctor. Tests like chest X-rays, heart scans, or lung function tests can reveal problems. Before they become irreversible, remember, breath is life. When your breathing changes, it's your body sounding a silent alarm. As we enter the final chapter, we'll look at one of the most frightening but critical signs: sudden confusion and memory changes. These are often mistaken for just aging, but they can signal strokes, infections, or life-threatening imbalances in the body.